Hello and welcome to an unboxing and general review of a YiHUA 908D digital soldering iron, variable temperature. So I've ordered this out of eBay and it arrived within sort of 5 or 6 days. I'm pretty surprised about that, so that's good. Came with good packaging. And let's pop her open and have a look and see what we got. So we have some sort of certificate card, don't know what that means. We have an instruction manual in Chinese and English, reasonable English as well, it looks pretty good. Got some product overview specifications on here. It's telling us it's for AC 110 volts, 60 hertz, 65 watts, 200 to 480 degrees centigrade tip range, operating temperature of 0 to 40 degrees centigrade, storage temperature a little bit higher, humidity 35 to 40%, a few other bits and pieces there. And there's some reasonable instructions there, talks about care of the iron, how to break in tips, and some part numbers for other tips and things. That's good. What else we got? We have a box of bits. So we have some tip cleaner. It says it has some rosin there as well. Oh gosh, that's hard to get open. There we go. Yep, nice little piece of rosin and some wool. That's good. We have the stand with a sponge. And we have a number of tips. There we go. Number of tips jammed in there as well. A few chisel tips, a couple of useless pointed tips, some blunt end tips. So that's quite handy. Itself. So we have the control unit with a switch selectable centigrade or Fahrenheit, on off switch, heater indicator light, and a variable knob there for the temperature. We have an American or Asian style plug, and the iron itself with removable screw collet type tips, and a ceramic core heater. Cable feels quite nice. It feels like it's either silicone or natural rubber of some description on the iron itself. The cable on the plug is not as flexible, but it looks adequate for the job. And the iron is rated 220 to 240 volts, so it's different to the manual, which is good because I live in an area where we have 240 volt AC. So plug this in and see what we get. That's off. It does come with a Chinese plug. That's not my style of plug. I'll have to use an adapter. Okay, so we're in power. Switch her on. Go. And it gives us a current temperature and then starts ramping up. That must be the current set temperature. There we go. It now believes it's at 205 degrees. There is a sizzle on the foam. I expect that might be correct. And if we crank that up, let's see, holds temperature and then it rises. Okay, and it seems to hold that quite accurately. I don't have a tip temperature sensor, so I can't test this, but definitely seems to be hot enough. We'll take her all the way up. 480, wow, that's a bit high, so take it down to around 400, see how long it takes to get up to 400. Now it does say on the box, ESD safe. Look, I don't know how valid that is. To be honest, I probably wouldn't be operating this on anything that is ES sensitive. I'm just using this for general hobby electronics, soldering a few wires in race cars and just mucking about with the kids and doing things. So look, if you can use this as a professional, I would imagine you're probably going to be outlaying a little bit more than 50 New Zealand dollars, 25 US dollars on a soldering iron. So yeah, I don't know if I'd trust the ESD. Somebody else can test that a little bit more if they've got some decent equipment to do so. Seems to be holding at 400 degrees. There's definitely sizzle there. Oh yeah, holding it under my lips, it's definitely hot. So yeah, that seems to hold temperature pretty well. Pull it back down to a more reasonable 280. And she slowly ramps down in temperature. So that's, yeah, that's quite useful. So all in all, the iron itself is reasonably, feels reasonably robust. It's got a nice soft textured grip on it. Feels good in the hand. There's no undue heat where my fingers are, even though I'm right next to the collet there. It's light and simple to use. And that temperature's ramping down quite nicely. So, yeah, all in all, $50 soldering iron, digital controlled temperature tip, bunch of spare tips and a stand. Yeah, the stand's okay, it's plastic. Doesn't seem to have any markings on it to say what type of plastic it is. It melts when I touch the iron on it, so yeah, hey, that's okay. It'll keep it out of the way and stop it falling on your foot and burning you. So yeah, what more can you ask for?